Hello, and how is all doing? Welcome to the official first episode of Powering SAP Developments with AI. I'm Mateusz, and as already announced in the intro video, you won't be getting rid of me for the next 20 episodes, unless you want to miss out on the content, but why would you? Today's video is dedicated to some basics of artificial intelligence, and more specifically, the OpenAI's Chat-GPT. There still won't be too much about SAP here, because I want to first make sure you understand what this game is all about before you start playing it. Let's go! The term artificial intelligence was coined back in 1955. Nowadays, its definition, as per Google, is the ability of a computer or a robot controlled by a computer to do tasks that are usually done by humans because they require human intelligence and discernment. But if you wanted to know what the official definition of AI was, I'm sure you would have probably Googled it yourself. So let me stop with the Google definitions now. A few years ago, in the hot years of machine learning and artificial intelligence, companies were abusing the term AI based and treating it as a marketing tool for everything they were building. I even had a potential client who reached out to us asking to build a sophisticated AI based recruitment system. Unfortunately, when asked about the need and the use case for AI, it was nowhere to be found. They made it up because it sounded good. A few years later, and more precisely on November 30th, 2022, something spectacular was announced. OpenAI launched their new version of the generative pre-trained transformer, or in short GPT algorithm, along with a conversational bot. What was really amazing this time was that it was made completely free and really easy to use. That led them to 1 million users just 5 days after launching. Wow. On February 1st of this year, ChatGPT is estimated to have reached 100 million monthly active users in January, beating TikTok, which needed 9 months to achieve the same. But what was different this time? Sure, there were plenty of AI powered, at least apparently, chatbots out there. What I think made this one a success is its UX, the ease of use above all. Anybody could register, open, and get answers within a minute of finding out about it. So, how do you start using it now? For those wishing to just interact with the chatbot through its UI, it's $20 per month for the ChatGPT Plus subscription, required if you wish to use GPT-4, the newest and the most intelligent model. The good news is that GPT 3.5 is available to you for free, though naturally, users with the Plus subscription can avail of better availability and faster response times. If you want to get access to the API, you need to have a look at their pricing page as it's built on a usage basis. Also, take a look at Bing. Apparently, Microsoft gives you access to GPT-4 through it completely free, though I haven't tested it myself yet. Once you sign up, the UI is very intuitive. Save chats on the left-hand side, chat window in the middle. Not much else to say here. At the top, you get to choose the model you actually want to use. It's handy because it also tells you about the differences between the models, although at a very high level. What also made this one special is the fact that it was often marketed by the society as a tool which will finally replace developers, as if we needed to be replaced. Its ability to write semi-decent code in, I think, all programming languages is something that made developers stop and think. Oh, we've heard of shop assistants being replaced. Is it our turn now? Should I start worrying? But one thing that ChatGPT and any AI out there is still pretty weak at is reading minds. It can provide a response as good as the context you feed it with, and as good as the data it was trained on. And this is why there are currently rumors that the ability of writing good prompts will become a very valuable skill very soon. So, as for the training, the knowledge of an AI model like the GPT is mainly quantified using the number of parameters. GPT-2 had 1.5 billion parameters, GPT-3 175 billion parameters, and the number of parameters in GPT-4 is actually not known, despite the many speculations and images showing two circles signifying the difference in the number of parameters, like this one here. OpenAI confirmed that they didn't come from them. If you're interested in more technical details on how it works, I suggest visiting towardsdatascience.com. They have a good series of blogs that go into details on it. So, is it a know-it-all on all topics? No, it isn't. One of the main limitations of Chat-GPT in the context of SAP is how outdated the data it was trained on is. As we can see, it's September 2021, and as we all know, SAP is known for its frequent updates to solutions and terminology. Let's take a look at SAP Build, for example. It was first announced at the TechEd last year, but the name should be familiar to those who have been in the SAP world for a little bit longer. Yes, SAP Build was a prototyping tool that was decommissioned a few years ago. If you ask GPT-4 what SAP Build is, here's what it comes back with. Not only does it think that it's still a prototyping tool, but it also says that it's part of the SAP Cloud Platform, which, as we all know, was also renamed to the SAP Business Technology Platform. Luckily, here in this case, it mentions its knowledge cutoff date, but in most cases, it'll just give you a definition that was valid back then. Be careful. So how can we utilize this outdated model to make our developments more efficient? Stay tuned and don't miss out on the next episodes of the series. Next week, I will talk to you about reducing the risk of getting fired because of non-compliance. Yeah, it's governance and privacy, a topic that most of us get heebie-jeebies of, but it is of great importance, especially if you want to start using AI for work-related activities. Thanks for watching and see you next week.